Okay, so I want to look at Joe Biden. Want to look at Joe Biden. Will Joe's health be okay? Anything we need to know about coming up for Joe in the future? Taking a look at Scorpio Joe Biden. I really want to shuffle these cards good because Trump's reading was not very good. And the energy was very heavy. So I want to make sure we just really get Joe and not be picking up on Trump unless it's, connected. Okay, so let's take a look. How does Joe look going into the election and post-election? How will Joe be going into the election and post-election? I want to look at Joe Biden, and please reveal anything we need to know about or that's important. Ask my ancestors and the Spirit of Tarot and the Creator to help me. And to help me to discern because I'm only human. Thank you. Three of Swords. Ah! Well, that does not look good. From public. With the Four of Wands. And I also am worried about his wife. You know what? I'm concerned their health could be affected. Or it could be just referring, let's just take a little bit more because this is talking about, I believe, the pandemic that's in the environment, and most certainly when you meet with people in public. Six of Coins, there is help, so this is medical help if they should need it. And I believe they're being kept evaluated, kept a close eye on. And the Three of Wands shows, I believe, that there's expansion. There is a continued hopefully not expansion of temperature or something like that. I just feel like it's going to be they'll be watched very closely and they'll be letting us know. Also could be like electronic communication about their well-being. Eight of Swords shows confinement. So this is undoubtedly quarantine and having to wait, be tested. It can be a lengthy process. And they want to make sure there's no false positives and observe people. So it shows there's a confinement. Three of Cups, there is celebration. Magician, I think, is like doctors and people involved in science that have the tools to try and help us to have better health. Yes, and it falls right under that medical card for me of physical help. And the Ten of Swords. I think this is also about the pandemic. It's taken a lot of lives. So many lives. I think this is a sense of gratitude toward the health professionals that will have observed him and looked after him. And, you know, I think he'll praise them. I think that's what's, you know, coming. I think he'll get some kind of good news because there's the Three of Cups. And it's having after been confined, quarantine, you know, waiting for results, not feeling like you can go anywhere. We get the card of the Empress. This could be his wife, or it could be talking about overall well-being. Ooh, Five of Coins. I hope his wife will be okay. Eight of Cups has to step away. Well, there's a woman in the future that has to step away. She gets sick. Definitely here. Queen of Swords. I think it's his wife, but I'm not sure. Hold that thought. Let me double check on that Queen of Swords. Yeah, you know, unfortunately, she's a Gemini. I think this is Jill, and I get the card of the wife, and this is the card into the future, and I think there could be a health crisis with her, where she has to step back from public face, you know, so much she has to come back to it later. She needs to recuperate. Definitely needs time to get some kind of treatment or care. So I think his wife could become ill. That's concerning. I like her. I don't enjoy people getting sick and that kind of thing. And if I have any kind of feelings about it, it's just if I do have some kind of feeling about it, it's so that they can appreciate if they've been cruel to others. I have a concern for his wife in the relatively near future. He might be all right. Or do better than her. But I feel like she has been exposed. And it's through public contact. And perhaps recent relative public contact that's relevant. And she could, during some form of confinement, due to perhaps this exposure, need treatment, become sick, and have to step back. And because I get the illness card next to the wife, and her coming up, stepping back, again, a card that again says wife, I think it's Jill. There's a King of Swords that also has to perhaps go into quarantine or retreat with the Hermit. King of Swords, an air sign. Aha! Trump. That's my Trump card. I'm getting used to this new deck. But there is law. There is law coming for him. And you know what? I'm wondering if they're going to face some kind of consequence, as they should, for making all these people sick by flaunting the rules of wearing a mask and endangering. This has to do with one's own comfort, pleasure. It's, you know, there's a consequence of putting your personal whim or pleasure before a very serious situation. I think it comes through Trump land. That comes up. But I think they may also get good news, maybe where the... I wonder if it's good news... Wait a minute. This could also be good news maybe where the Supreme Court nominee is concerned, as far as the Bidens are concerned. I see Trump having to hermit longer here. Okay? So that there could be pleasure taken in that, I wonder. Maybe. There's the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess. Behind the scenes activities that are going on that are secretive, or they're not going to be sharing. I believe they have a strategy. There's a new start. It's about a new start and an end. Because we get the Fool and the Death. An end of foolishness. An end of high risk and gamble being taken. People wear your effing masks. But there is victory. I see victory for Biden with that Six of Wands. He will gain more support. This is information or an energy that's targeting and picking up, and I feel like he grows in popularity. There's the Two of Swords and the Four of Cups. This has to do with having to wait. This isn't like the COVID crap. Having to do the time that's necessary involving it. And it's not fun, but you have to really put yourself on restriction. And there is strength despite worry. And so I think Hanged Man, there's, despite the delay of the illness and corrupt people that don't follow the rules and that just don't care, I think Biden's going to be okay. I get the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups, but he goes through a situation, and his wife could get sick. That's what I see. So that's what I have for Biden. And I see his future a lot brighter, though difficult, than Trump's. Trump's is going to be difficult and dark. And I really don't get a sense of relief. So there you have it. That's my reading on Biden. I think his wife could get sick. I hope I'm wrong. But that was pretty clear. The indication of the Empress indicating wife, mother, and the Queen of Swords. She is a Gemini. She's, I think, June 3rd or something like that. So, leave me your comments, if you wish, in the comment box. Be thoughtful as to what you're going to say. And just to let you know that just because I may let what I feel is an acknowledgement of someone's comment doesn't always mean I agree with it. I'm just letting that person know that I've seen it and I have a response, or I feel that there is something further that I want to add to that. It's also kind of a way for me to keep track if I want to go back and while I have had some time to think, go back, because I prefer to do that. I don't like knee-jerk responses. Sometimes because I've got too much going on, frankly. So just to explain that so people understand that. And I'll see you in the next video. And let's hope that all who are not well do get well. And I hope that for those that that have been critical and calling this illness a hoax, I hope that they've changed their mind. Okay, see you in the next video.